Hello, I'm Peter Hall, President of Quality Education Nepal. Our focus, our passion, is teacher training. But what is this teacher training and why is it so important for Nepal? This is a short film which we hope will help to answer those questions.
Morning everyone and welcome to my office. Not a bad place to be working, eh? Here in Nepal. Amongst these amazing mountains and these very special people. Jim Strang's my name, and I first came here to Nepal many years ago, climbing and helping Ed Hillary build schools. But soon he realised that building schools wasn't enough. It's what goes on inside them that matters most. And he felt that too often the kids were being let down. Teaching standards weren't as good as the kids deserved. It wasn't the teacher's fault. Most had left school at 16 and started teaching with little or no training. So teaching was often done in an uncreative, textbook, rote learning, sleep-inducing kind of way. And so we decided to do something about it. We started to offer teacher training. So we're heading to Sotang and we've just completed 3 weeks of training in Solakumbu, and we're in the upper Solakumbu. Now we're heading Sotang in the south. And we hope that of the 65 schools, all the teachers have been invited, so there'll be about 300 teachers come to the training over the next 3 weeks. For many years now, an ever-growing number of teachers have come in their holidays to be trained by professional Nepalese teacher trainers and by volunteer teachers from abroad. We begin with lesson planning, emphasising how important it is that teaching's not about reciting from textbooks. It's thinking up the most exciting, effective way to cover each topic. It's about finding ways to generate maximum interaction between teachers and students with each other. And it's about the creative use of the simplest of resources, in this case, to help students link adjectives to nouns.
What is that? Knife is out. Where's knife? You can toss the cards. Knife. Okay, yes, knife. Good.
Teaching has to be fun, or there should at least be a good element of fun. The goal here is to encourage creative role play, but always with a purpose. The puppets are all arguing about who's kept their classroom the tidiest.
The shape of the land uses temple, gumba, church, river, beach, lake, and animal's house.
River, and here is one small village.
Oh, the village is
and the river is crossing the village.
Here, small groups are being asked to use their combined imagination to create their ideal village. What have they got? They've got a health post, they've got prayer flags, they've got, what is this one?
Toilet.
Toilet, they've got a toilet, they've got a road and a river. Part of its value is the peer group communication this exercise entails.
This year, just to symbolize something. Does it work, sir?
This exercise also empowers students through having to explain their ideal village in writing and out loud.
Here is a temple and here is a school. This is a small village here. There is river from the village, from this mountain, and people get drinking water from this river.
So this is grade 2 to 5 social studies, and what they're doing is actually preparing themselves for a cultural exposition and they've been allocated a racial caste that they have to prepare the dance, they have to prepare the dress, and all the different beliefs and ornaments that these people might have. Again, rather than just talk about cultural diversity of Nepal, we encourage teachers to make the subject come alive, to create that diversity right here in the classroom.
Slowly, air goes up because air is lighter than liquid.
It's not easy for science teachers either, but here they learn experiments that fire the imagination using what's at hand.
The level of water. Now you find out the level of water. Okay. Okay. How much?
350.
If a conical flask isn't available, they're reminded that even a soft drink bottle will suffice.
You are going to be a scientist. Yeah, okay. Big clap.
And how exciting it would be for kids to create an animal cell right here in the classroom from easily available materials. The finished works will adorn the classroom walls as self-created learning tools. We also often get school principals together.
And setting our goals, we should be able to work together.
This session is chaired by Evelyn, who's a principal herself.
In addressing those issues and those challenges over the next 5 years.
They're developing vision statements, school improvement strategies, and always one key aim is to improve the quality of teaching so that more kids are motivated to come to school and stay in school for a sufficient number of years to maximise their career choices. The sad truth is that in rural Nepal, many children don't even attend primary school regularly, and some not at all, and only a small percentage of children get all the way through secondary school. Nepal is poor. It's the poorest country in Asia, and the poorest kids are often needed to carry loads rather than school books. Girls are also often needed as an extra pair of hands at home. So if school is not fun, not engaging, then that's another excuse not to be there. But they're missing out on school. This is the problem that the headmaster talked about, that often students are not in the class.
Let's not panic. Let's not panic. Let's not panic.
So that's our big challenge. Our goal is to make every aspect of school unmissable, games included. We teach teachers some of the best team building games and encourage them to make up their own. The national curriculum encourages the creative arts, so these we cover too, using specialist teachers whenever we can. We remind teachers that they should cultivate every child's natural love of art.
We'll make the hills at the back pale, because when you look at those hills, the tone gets darker as it comes towards you.
Just a small.
Oh, that's good. And you've got the idea of the steep valleys.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, these are.
Yes. Use the brush if you want to. Yes.
For older kids, we suggest further enriching their creativity by turning artwork into poetry.
I'm a white cloud. I love flying in the sky. I pour rain sometimes.
And I think I'm definitely going to use this because I'm sure my students is going to love this one.
What's happening today, trainees are going to actually try out the skills they've learnt during this course with real students. This was Sir Edmund Hillary's idea about 10 years ago, that this would be a really good way to finish each course.
In you, what have you got? September, yes. And you?
December.
Okay, sit down. And you?
March.
Yes. Sit down, please. Okay, first of all, we have got January. Yes, you have got January. Mr. Pasang has got January. Yes? There are 12 months. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August.
With maths, again we go outside. First throw of the dice, they go forward. Second throw, they go backwards. It's a lively addition and subtraction exercise. And always there's follow-up. We and the Nepalese teacher trainers regularly visit schools to check how well things have been applied, and the changes have been huge. We see ceilings and walls festooned with stimulating things, see engaged, happy kids who want to be there, want to learn, and see as many girls as boys now. And the teachers, they've come to life. For them and the kids, school's exciting. It's the place to be.
Fire in the mountain, run, run, run. Fire in the mountain, run, run, run. Fire in the mountain, run, run.
This teacher training program is taken off, and it's just like wildfire now. It's raised the teacher status, and it's raised their spirit, and also left them to make up games and innovate amongst themselves. And that's been a very, very big step forward.
This training has developed my skills, and I've got to know a lot of things that I haven't known so far. I've got to know different techniques, different student-centered techniques, which I'll definitely apply in my classroom. And the major thing that, the major development within me is that this training has built up my confidence, so that I, from walking away from this training, I'll go in every place with a confident, with the new skills, with new techniques, and I'll say, all right, student, this is the way of learning.
Well, the teacher training that I have been taking is really helping me to develop my skill. There used to be lots of confusion regarding the management of classroom, regarding the techniques that what I should be using to encourage my students to learn, how to make the classroom more fun. But the teacher training is really helping me to organize the classroom and to develop lots of skills to make my students encourage and to make all the activities fun. So it's really good. This teacher training really helps teachers.
The teacher training that Jim has just described has been heartily endorsed in Nepal, but it has only reached a small proportion of the teachers. Jim and his colleagues worked in the Everest region. Quality Education Nepal is now extending the training out to the west, to the Annapurna area. So far, we've reached just 150 of the 1,200 teachers in Myeongdi district, not to mention the other 72 districts in Nepal. The opportunities for benefits are enormous. We do hope that you may be inspired to extend your support.